Welcome back to Let's Go Crochet. I'm Ashley, and today we're going to be crocheting this super cute little red handbag. This might look expensive, but spoiler alert, it's not, and it's actually super quick and easy to make. Let's be honest, half the time my phone is dead, my hair is questionable, and I'm running off of iced coffee. But at least I have this cute red bag. Priorities. This little beauty is perfect for date night, brunch with the besties, or pretending to be classy when in reality you just have a bunch of snacks stuffed in here. So grab your hook, grab your yarn, and maybe grab something sparkling, because we're about to crochet something that's going to have everyone saying, wait, you made that?
I used 2 skeins of t-shirt yarn. Feel free to take a screenshot and gather your supplies. To start this, we're going to make a slip knot and chain 16. Now I have 16 chains on my hook. For row 1, we are going to do a single crochet all the way down, so starting the second chain from the hook. And I'm just going to go under one of the strands. Whenever I do any of my stitches today, I'm going to pick my hook up just a little bit so they're not too tight. I'm just going to single crochet all the way down. I'm just going to show you a few, so go ahead and meet me back when you finish crocheting row 1. I completed single crocheting row 1, so you should be looking like this. And we are just going to chain 1 and turn our work to our left. And now we're going to start the real stitch. The stitch we're going to be doing for this bag is the Suzette. If you're not familiar with it, I will walk you through the first row. And this is a super easy 1-row repeat, so everything we're doing, you're going to do for every row. All right, the first stitch of the row, we're going to do a single crochet. Don't forget to pick your hook up. All right, and now we're going to do a double crochet into that same stitch. And since we did do a double crochet, we are going to skip the next stitch. So we're going to skip that one, and we're going to do a single crochet and a double crochet into the next stitch. So here's a single crochet. Now a double crochet into that same stitch. And I'm picking my hook up every time I do this, so that way the stitches are nice and evenly spaced and it's not too tight. And now we're going to skip the next stitch and start with our single crochet. And now a double crochet into that same stitch. Skip. Double crochet. You should have 2 stitches left. We're going to skip that first one and we're going to do a single crochet into the second one. Make sure you get 2 strands. And just a single crochet and again pull up. Now chain 1 and turn your work. And everything we just did, we're going to do it again. You're just going to repeat that same row 27 more times. And right now your width should be around 7.5 inches. When you're finished crocheting your 27 rows, Your total length should be about 17 to 18 inches. You're going to do this exact same thing for the next 27 rows. It's just like the row before, except where we're putting our stitches are going to be a little bit different. You're going to see these little spaces. That is where we're going to work them into. So I'm just going to show you a few and I'm going to set you free. So we're going to do that very first one. Single crochet, pull up, don't you forget. Double crochet. And then now we're going to work into this one. Single crochet. Double. I love this stitch. This is probably one of my favorite stitches and I probably overuse it, but I don't care. I like the way it looks. I always try to have my t-shirt yarn like flat on my hook. I try to keep it flat and less like twirled around. It still twirls on me. So go ahead and keep crocheting your row and meet back up with me when you make it to the end of this row. We have made it to the last stitch of our row. Remember, it needs to be a single crochet and pull up on your hook. And now's the time I'm going to set you free. And you're going to finish crocheting 26 more rows. 26 more rows might sound like a lot, but I promise you it isn't. So go ahead and turn on Hulu and watch the rest of the Mormon Wives. Or Keeping Up with whoever you like. And when you're done, meet back up with me. Your work should be looking something like this. I am running out of yarn, so I went ahead and I am going to add my new skein, or my other skein. I'm just going to put my tails on the same side and worry about them later. All right, now we are going to single crochet all around. And really, there's not really a trick to it. For my corners, I am going to be doing 3 single crochets. My biggest tip for this is that you want them to look evenly spaced, so kind of come up with your own pattern. I've been staffing this one little area. And then this next one is easier. There's like 3 strands, so I'm going to pick up the first 2. And I'm just going to keep repeating that all the way down. It's kind of the same, so I have like the knot area. And then the easy 3 strand pickup. So go ahead and finish this side and meet me at the corner, and I'm going to show you exactly how I do my corners. And we did not do that corner yet, so that's where we're going to end this row. And here's a little tip for you. That little knotted area that we've been stabbing, you just want to put your hook kind of in the crack of some stitches and just stab it. And it usually goes right through. All right, I am at my first corner, so I'm going to be doing 3 single crochet into this stitch that I'm working into. And that's our first corner. So it's super easy. And this side should be no problem to crochet. So just keep going and then meet me back at the next corner where I'm going to show you something different. All right, I'm at the next corner and I have one more stitch. And this is just another little tip this is where my original tail was at the beginning of the project, and I like to work around it so I don't have to weave it in later. I don't know if you do that, but if you don't, you should, because it makes life easier. We are at our last corner now. This is where we started. We never did our corner, so now we are. And now we're going to do the final border, and it's going to be a slip stitch in our back loop only. And the back loop is, if you're looking at the V, it's going to be the side that is furthest away from you. So I'm going to insert my hook. So I only got it from the back. Grab the yarn, pull it through. And I'm not going to yarn over again. I'm just going to pull that strand closest to the hook right through our loop. And that is a slip stitch. And we're going to do that all the way around. Just a single slip stitch in the back loops only. And this is a really good time to use your stitch marker so you don't lose your spot. So go ahead and complete that and meet back up with me when you're done. And now is a really good time to go ahead and weave in all of your loose ends before we start assembling our bag. Just as a reference, this is what the right side edging is going to look like. So go ahead and put that face down. Have the wrong side facing up. This is the side I like. And now you get to decide how big or small you want your flap to be. So I know I wanted my bag part to be a little bit bigger than the flap. I didn't want the flap to go all the way down. So I kind of like where it's at right here. So I'm going to go ahead and mark it with my stitch markers. And now I'm just going to mark it so I know that it's even on both sides. Conveniently, my top flap had yarn already attached, so I get to keep going. If you didn't, then you're going to have to weave that in, and I'm sorry. All right, so you got to make sure that it's going to be the exact same. And I'm going to go ahead and insert it into the front loop of the back piece. And I'm going to do a slip stitch. All right, I'm going to zoom in. All right, so I'm going to be picking up the back piece that's closest to me. We're going to pick up the back loop, and the piece that on the other side, we're going to pick up the front loop. So back loop and the front loop. And we're going to slip stitch all the way down. All right, I'm going to go ahead and cut my tail and use my hook to drag it inside. And I'll worry about that later. Now we're going to do that exact same thing to the other side. Just be sure that you went in where you marked it. It's very important. And we're just going to slip stitch it all the way down. Go ahead and do that and meet back up with me. Well, that was fast. I'm going to put that on the inside as well. And now is a really good time if you want to weave in any of your loose tails. Go ahead and give it a nice fold at the top, wherever you want the fold to be. I used my tape measure to get a rough estimate of about where the middle is going to be. And I like the hardware I'm using. It's very beginner friendly. It is like a sandwich, so you don't have to worry about the other kind where you have to shove your yarn into it. This one, you just close it on top of it. So I'm just gonna put the little middle piece where I think it's gonna go, and then I'm gonna use my tape measure to make sure it's more accurate. Right, and really carefully, you're gonna take the back piece and you're gonna try to put it on. And now I'm going to flip it over, and I've used a butter knife. You can use anything metal. Honestly, pliers would probably be your best bet. And now we're going to be putting the second part on. So you are going to put this part where you think it looks really nice, and then you're going to insert the other piece. All right, and then I do need to put that underneath it, just make it look better. And I apologize, there's not really a good way to show this, but I put it in and then I made sure that it looked good before actually bending the metal down.
If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and subscribe and give it a thumbs up. It lets YouTube know that I'm doing something right. Thanks for watching. Go on now and show off that gorgeous handbag and pretend like you totally have your life together. Bye, guys.